Oh, that's really dark. There. Get up a little bit closer. Nah. Not the best lighting, but I gotta get back into the swing of things, guys. I've gotta start filming again. Okay, so today we're back into testing out some foundations. I think I have this one and then 2 more to go for CoverGirl, and then we will be finished with CoverGirl. Moving on to something else. Alright, so this one is the CoverGirl Outlast All Day Stay Fabulous. 3-in-1 foundation plus sunscreen. And I have the shade 810, which is Classic Ivory. It says all day flawless coverage, lasting power of primer, coverage of a concealer, and blendability of a foundation in one, and shine free. Okay, when this first came out, I had been using forever. I had been using the Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation. I think that's all they called it. Like, I'm sorry about the light, you guys. Like, it's a really rainy, like really gloomy day, but I gotta do it. Gotta do it. All right. So anyway, I had been using that Tarte foundation forever, and then I tried this one, and I absolutely hated it. I mean, I was like, this looks horrible on my skin. I can't remember why I thought that though, but I just remember thinking this is awful. I hate it. I never want to use this again. I do remember though that it lasted a long time, and I liked that part about it, but whatever was going on with how it looked on my skin was terrible. So today I've got a sponge and a brush, but wouldn't you know it, I forgot my small mirror to check up close. So I'll try and give you guys a close-up of view of it as I can. So alright, so again, this is Classic Ivory. Now traditionally in CoverGirl foundations, Classic Ivory would be my shade because it's the lightest one they have, but it's usually too orange. This one, I don't know, it's hard to tell. I'll just try it on and we'll see. So alright, we're gonna get some of that out. Oh, whoops, better open it first. So this, I mean, obviously no big deal these days. Most foundations have pumps. This is kind of runny, which I don't remember that about it in the past. So because it is a little bit runny, I'm going to go ahead and dot it on first and then blend it out. This is supposed to have like amazing coverage and amazing staying power. This is going to be like a first impression simply because I do not remember exactly what I hated, just that I hated this foundation. And that was when it first came out, which was several years ago. They've changed the label since then, and I don't know if maybe they've changed the formula a little bit too. I usually like a pretty full coverage foundation. Just gonna add a little bit more. I wouldn't consider that a full 2 layers, but I did add a little bit more around my eyes because that's my biggest problem area. You know, when I first turned my camera on, the viewfinder looked a lot brighter than it actually is filming it at, so sorry about the light, you guys. I'll probably try, I've got a bunch of ideas for videos and have had for a while, so I might try again to film in my house. We'll see. We'll see how that works. Okay, so there's one side. I mean, you can see it is given some coverage. Kind of hard to see in this light. But it's not covering everything. My skin is kind of breaking out around my mouth. So I got a couple of spots there. And I always check my under eye circles because that's usually a good indicator as to how good this foundation is going to cover. The color doesn't seem too bad, but again, in lighting, like when I tried that horrible Vitalist Healthy Elixir foundation, I thought that was orange outside. When I went in, I was like a carrot. It was so bad. It was so bad. All right, so let's go ahead and let me give you a good close-up look. So, you know, I don't know, it doesn't look like full coverage to me at all. It's okay. I would give this medium coverage with one layer, and that was one layer. And honestly, I'm just not the kind of girl that's gonna do like multiple layers and 35 steps. I want my skin to look nice with minimal effort. So keep that in mind, like when you're watching my videos or wondering, you know, what I'm thinking. That's exactly what I'm thinking is I'm probably not gonna do double layering. I'm probably not gonna do too much. I mean, if it says full coverage, it should be full coverage. And I'm starting to wonder, like, what they mean by full coverage, you know? Because I don't think it means full coverage. I think it means some coverage. But, you know, they're not going to sell it if they say, well, you know, this is going to give you some coverage. Maybe. Alright, so... Okay. So we're getting some coverage, not a lot. I wouldn't say this is a lot of coverage. It's okay. Now, I don't remember, like, and again, like, I tried it when it first came out, which was several years ago. I want to say it was probably almost 5 or 6 years ago. It was quite a while ago. But yeah, like, so far I'm not, like, in love, head over heels over this. I don't really hate it, though. Give you a good look. I don't know, I'm not feeling like I did the first time, which was I hate that it looks horrible on my skin. So I'm going to go ahead and do another layer just for you guys so you can kind of see. Again, I would never do this. And I think both sponge and brush application were fine. I don't think one is better than the other, about the same. And this is a first impression, so as much as I can give a first impression. Yeah, I'm not sure why I hated this so much before, but again, they may have changed the formula. It is a nice thin formula. I think it cost me about $10. And in my opinion, if you want something, I mean, this is a matte look, pretty matte. I mean, you can see it just the tiniest bit of light reflecting off my nose, but I wouldn't consider this like a dewy foundation. And I have it says shine free, so this is probably going to dry down when it completely dries down to be matte. So in my opinion, like, depending on what you want, if you want a little bit dewier of a foundation, a more skin-like finish, I would go for, and if you're on a budget, I would more recommend the Rimmel Lasting Finish in the red cap, the original, not the one with the big doe foot applicator. That one was okay, but I think I liked the original better. And that's gonna run you about $6, which I think is a pretty decent price for a good full bottle of foundation. Alright, so the amount that I put on my skin was about 1.5 pumps. I just can't see putting this whole full 2 pumps. It just seems like too much product to me. And I don't know if you can tell, but it is a bit orangey, more orangey than my neck. So I don't know if you can tell. Like, looking at it like this looks like it's not that big of a contrast, but when I go inside, this is going to be too orange. I can already tell. Like, and that's the thing for, like, fair skinned girls. You're almost better to go like half a shade lighter than what you actually are, because it's probably not going to have as much orange pigment in it. Yeah, it seems like the darker that they go, the orangier they get. Now, I consider myself to have kind of a yellow undertone, So that's another thing that's kind of annoying, is you don't see a lot of foundations that are have a yellow undertone for fair skin. They try to make them peachy or pinky, and then most of the time it just ends up being orange. So let me give you guys another quick look. I don't see it clinging onto any weird dry patches that I have. I've got a few, not very many, but again, I've been breaking out around my mouth. Yeah, this is like, it's not tacky at all, so I have a feeling this is going to dry down completely matte. And, you know, I wouldn't really recommend it for dry skin girls, though, because most dry skin girls don't want more matte. They want more moisture. So if you're oily, I'll do an update and just to let you know how it lasted during the day. So, but yeah, it's supposed to last. It's supposed to be long lasting. It says all day. Outlast all day, stay fabulous. So I don't know, I'm not head over heels for this at this point, so I'll let you know in the update. But again, it doesn't look too horrible on my skin at this point. I don't hate it like I had hated it before. So alright, so I guess that's that. It's not clinging to any but dry patches. It doesn't, I can kind of feel it setting though, like sometimes how you can feel it setting and almost like feeling a little bit tight. So if you have dry skin, you're probably not going to like that. But again, I'll give you an update and as to how well it wears, and I think that's all I got for right now. I'll be coming up with more videos, so stay tuned. Please like and subscribe if you can, and I will appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.